Hello there. The purpose of this screencast is to demonstrate how to use LDC CoreTools for engaging in the national jurying of modules. I will show you how to complete and submit both an individual review on your own as well as a consensus review with your partner. National LDC jurors will receive an email notification from LDC National Jurying for each module that they have been requested to jury. Clicking on the link in the email will initiate your individual review of that module in LDC CoreTools. You can also access and manage all of your national jurying assignments in your jurying queue in LDC CoreTools. Just go to the Jury tab and you will see your jurying assignments. Note that all national jurying assignments require 2 individual reviews, 1 by each juror, and then 1 consensus review. Obviously, you cannot begin a consensus review until both individual reviews are completed. Also note that only the consensus review will be sent back to the module's authors. To begin your individual review, click Start from the Actions menu. Note that you don't have to complete your review all in one sitting. Your review is always being auto-saved, so you can leave this module or leave CoreTools at any time and then resume your review by returning to your jurying queue. Be sure to jury every dimension that's part of the LDC jurying rubric. For the teaching task scoring guide, there are 4 dimensions plus a holistic score to complete. For the instructional ladder scoring guide, there are 3 dimensions plus a holistic score to complete. Scoring every dimension works exactly the same. Review the relevant part of the module you are scoring and mark all indicators from the jurying rubric that apply. Based on a preponderance of the evidence, leave a score for that dimension. Then leave comments to clarify your score to provide the module authors with actionable suggestions they should consider when revising the module. Then you can move on to the next dimension. Of course, you can always go back and forth between dimensions and between scoring guides as much as you need to. Note that you may also leave optional inline comments at certain points throughout the module. Just use the comment bubbles found on the right side of the module itself. Before we move on, here are a few tips to help you while jurying. Tip number 1. Be sure to open all hyperlinks or attachments you find throughout the module. All hyperlinks and PDF files will open in a separate browser tab. This will include texts, student handouts, teacher resources, and samples of student work linked or attached throughout the module. Tip number 2. Note that when you are scoring what skills, the skills list, you can click View Skills Only to hide the module's instructional mini-tasks so that you can assess the skills list as a whole without viewing each mini-task. Tip number 3. When you're scoring what instruction, you can click on each mini-task prompt to preview the full mini-task. Often, this preview will give you enough information about the mini-task to be able to assess its quality. The preview also allows you to toggle between the module's mini-tasks by using Next and Previous. You can also go to the full mini-task if you wish. This will enable you to see and open any of the mini-task attachments. And finally, tip number 4. If you want to view the module's entire instructional ladder and all of its details in one place, you can export the module to PDF under the More Options menu. This will open the full module as a PDF in a separate browser tab. Once you have juried the teaching task holistically, as well as its 4 dimensions, and the instructional ladder holistically and its 3 dimensions, you're ready to submit your individual review. Once both you and your partner have submitted your reviews, each of you will have view access on each other's individual reviews. This will help when engaging in a consensus review with your partner. During your consensus conversation, you and your partner will come to agreement on how to score each dimension and what feedback to leave on each dimension of the module. Then you are ready to complete a consensus review. One of you can click on the consensus review options from your jury queue. You can create the consensus review using a new blank review if you wish, or you can clone one of your individual reviews to serve as the basis of your consensus review. Either way, even though you both have access to this consensus review, just one of you should work on the consensus review at a time. Once you have created a full consensus review that reflects the scores and comments that you both agreed on, you can submit the consensus review on behalf of you and your partner. Both you and your partner will still be able to view your consensus review in your jurying queue, as well as the 2 individual reviews. Again, remember, the module authors will only receive back the consensus review. If you have any questions while engaging in national jurying, please contact me at rob@ldc.org.